They thought so lowly about you. You are in a higher position, in a better place than you were before. And they are confused and trying to figure you out, how you're making it. You always put in the work. You grind. You hustle to become a better person. But they thought lowly of you. They want to keep you down at the bottom. They don't want you to rise to the top. But God said, my child, gonna rise to the top, because that's your destiny, to rise and to not be down on the bottom. They can't stop God's plan over your life. They want to stop God's plan over your life. They want to play God in your life. They have no business trying to play God in your life. They don't have that authority. They thought if they can't make it, then you not gonna make it. If you are down on the bottom, they want to keep you there. If they are on the bottom, they are on the bottom. They want the worst for you. They didn't want the best for you. And now when you are in a better place, they are confused. They are confused of who you are, what you stand for, how you changed after all these years for the better, and what you have done. You changed for the better and they changed for the worst. They're confused of where you are. They didn't know that you have that anointing over your life. They thought you were a regular person. But no, you're special. You are someone. They thought you were nobody, but you are somebody. You are someone. You are special. You became someone. They can't understand how you can speak, how you can talk, how you can express yourself, how you have the knowledge, the wisdom, because you can do a lot of things with your gifts. I can do all things. How do you have so much wisdom? How can you be so artistic? How can you articulate yourself like that? How can you write those words? How can you make so good music? How can you train so good? They look down on you. You always had those gifts and abilities. God gave me gifts, but they want to take away your gifts. They want to put you in the corner. They don't want you to rise above them. They want you to downplay your gifts. They want you to dim your light. They don't want you to shine over them. So they always do energetically stuff to keep people low. So you can't accomplish your gifts. They want to shame you. They want you to feel bad because they are jealous and envy in their heart. You're supposed to be shining with your gift, the gift that God gave you. But no, these toxic, low vibrational, evil spirits don't want you to pass the test. They don't want you to go higher. They thought it was okay to treat you low, like you were nobody, like you didn't matter. Your gift, who you are, God gave you a gift to make things come true. Because God placed something inside of you and they tried to stop you, your gift. Now God is blessing you. They tried to stop you and your gifts instead of focusing on their own gifts. So instead of focusing on their gifts, they was out there taking drugs, hanging on the street, going to the clubs. They only knew how to party, how to have fun. But when you started to work on yourself and build, they thought you was like them because you came in the same environment like them. Like you're gonna turn out just like them. Like you're gonna get destroyed and get stuck in that criminal life. No, you got to a new level, mentally, spiritually. God moved you because you were different from all of them. You traveled around. You saw things. You grew in God's eyes. So you couldn't fit in their environment. You have good energy. You bless people. You know, you have so good energy. Animals, children can feel that. These people, they have so bad energy. And nobody likes them because they're bad, because they're evil, because they want to control people. These parents, they want to control their children. They're behaving weird and bad and think they're so good. These teachers in school, they don't really care about the people. You know, they want to ruin good people. But you pass the test and you grow, you know. When you go through the spiritual warfare, you grow. And they are not growing. But you are growing. You are growing spiritually with God. You change every day, but they didn't grow. They stay at the same place doing the same shit. But you grow every day. You grow, you get better. You elevate yourself with God. You pray, you read, you build. Many people, they don't do that. They are confused. How did you grow to that beautiful person you are today? They was looking at all those negative things about you, but they didn't look at the positive things about you. That you were a positive and good person. What God was doing in you. You know, God is working in you. That's why you didn't fit in with your family, with your job, with your friends, in your neighborhood, in your city. You know, they didn't want to let you grow. If they don't want to give you more money, lift you up in a higher position. So God gonna take away things that's not for you. Your family thought because you were family that you gonna deal with the disrespect and the foolishness. No, they can't understand that you said, no, this is enough. Because you grew past them. You changed for the better. And your family couldn't see that. They didn't want to see you be better and grow. They wanted to hold you down. They thought they were better than this person. They didn't know you had so much gifts. You can be a teacher, a doctor, a musician, a leader in the community. You can talk on social media. They didn't recognize you. They looked at you in a negative way. Those people in the community, they didn't want you to use your gifts. You are making it alone because you are walking in your calling. That's why you're making it. They don't know how you are making it without them. They thought you were supposed to be dependent on them, but you are independent. You think you're gonna go through that disrespect? Nah, man. These people are delusional. You should not accept nothing like that. You're supposed to go past them. You're not called to stay low. You're called to grow. You should not be disrespected and mistreated for their ego and self-satisfaction. They have problems. They want to play psychological mind games, but God don't allow it, and you don't gonna allow it. You left, and you didn't take shit from these people. You became better, and you grew, and they tried to figure it out, how you are making it. You make it by the grace of God. And you have faith. God has blessed you because you have faith. They don't got faith. They're dependent on others, the people they hang around. He's keeping them down. You know, you shouldn't be around bad people. The devil don't want you to grow, to be better. They want you to stay the same, to stay down, to not stay up. But you are making it because you have a relationship with God. The society, the people, they don't want you to have a relationship with God. We are on a divine path. They thought you're supposed to be dependent on them. Broke, miserable, have nothing, but you are a leader. They thought you was gonna be a crazy criminal on drugs. They target you. They went against you, tried to bring you down, but you rose up again. You came back like Jesus, and you are blessed. And they put negative energy out, thinking about you in a negative way. They focused on thinking negativity towards you, not positivity. They think about you in a negative way. They see you, but they don't see the good in you. They always want to see the bad in you. They always want to find something negative, but never something positive. Instead of being focused on themselves, they have a mental they thought you're supposed to be homeless, insane, sick, in prison. They were wrong about you. They had no business thinking low about you. You're supposed to make it alone. You shouldn't be around people who think negative about you. You had positive energy and they had negative energy. Negative people always try to bring down positive people, but the negative energy can't win over the positive energy. And the negative energy is attracted to the light, but they want to take the light, take the energy from the positive energy. And they feed and suck out of your positive energy. Darkness feed off the light. The light is the energy source, the sun. And you are the light in the darkness. And the energy comes from the light. So you attract all kind of people. They're attracted to you, but they're not good for you energetically, spiritually. They're attracted, but their energy is shit. You have to be surrounded by a positive energy. People who pray, people who seek God, people who work out, people who train, people who build, people who grind. They're not blessed like you, but God is taking care of business. They have no business coming for you. So mind your own business and stay close to God and keep your positive energy up.